Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to another session on Through the Noise. And today I have Stan with me, who is the co-founder of Fast Strategies, a company that has been helping B2B companies with SEO and link building. Welcome, Stan.
Thank you so much, Bonnie, and thank you for having me.
So, link building is obviously one of the most spoken about topics online. Everybody has their own opinions, right? So, I thought, why not have an expert to answer some of the most pressing queries around it? Whenever that link building is being spoken about, it has a bad reputation in general. In your view, what's the biggest misconception people still have about link building today?
Yeah, so I think the problem is that I've been in link building for quite a while, and I see like different stages and going through different stages, and I think that everybody thinks that link building is super easy, and that's where like this misconception starts because a lot of people think that they can be link builders in overnight, and that's the biggest problem because then they're trying to sell their like easy backlinks to like so many companies, owners of the companies. They don't have that much knowledge about what is link building or why they should do link building. And they pay money to people who think that they are like specialists. And at the end of the day, it happened that, okay, they built some links for them for random pages with no strategy, with not even checking what competitors are doing or like how many links they need to build per month. And that's where I see the biggest problem. And yeah, like link building is not only like building links that it's much more behind it. It's like going through the strategy, checking your client link building portfolio, checking what competitors are doing, then like trying different approaches, diversify your portfolio, like how to build links. So I think that's the biggest misconception that like link building it's easy, but at the end of the day, it's not super easy, and it's like full-time job and like going and learning and trying new approaches and all these things. So that's where I see the biggest problem.
Mhm. No, I 100% agree. I mean, there are certain things that keep changing in the marketing domain, right? For me, 13 years, and the one misconception I've not seen changing at all is about link building. For everybody, it is like we just need to get bulk links in. Nobody is talking about, are those links relevant? Are those links coming from good sources? Why are we building those links for that matter? It's usually that let's just build links because everybody else is doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's as I said, like a lot of even clients coming to me and saying like, oh, we need to build links, and like, but did you did like some analysis or something, or why do you want to build these links? Oh, because everybody is doing it. So like, yeah, that's where I see the problem. And then because for some, I already happened to me before. Like some clients came to me and they said like, we want to build links. I was like, okay, but like, let's first check if you even need to build the links. And I'm trying to be honest with everybody, not just like, okay, like I want to earn some money, so I will build the links for you. And like telling them like, look, you don't need to build links. You just need this part improve. Maybe build little bit of links, but it's not where you should maybe focus now if you don't have enough budget. So yeah.
True, true. Which brings me to the next question, which is with so many ways to build links, and that's why, most companies walk up to people like us to ask for links. What does really matter right now? The number of links or the quality and authority of the referring domains?
Yeah, for me, it was always a quality. Like, as I said, I've been in link building for more than 5 years, went through agency part when was in-house. And I remember when I joined one company in-house, their KPIs for link builders was like X amount of links to build per month. And if you wanted to get a quarter bonus, you had to exceed this number of links, which like for me was like, okay, we start with that. But I came to company, I was like, okay, I accept these KPIs, but like slowly, like I start explaining them that that's not the right approach, that we shouldn't focus on quantity, but let's do quality. That was always my approach. I know with so many people are like, no, you need to build as many links as possible. But like that was never my approach. I always was going like to stakeholders or like leadership and trying to explain them like, look, I would be perfect for me like to build some, sorry for my language, but shitty links from scam websites and like get bonus for me because like it's additional money for me and like
Yeah.
it's perfect. But for me, it's more important to look at it from long-term perspective and see that like, okay, if I really focus on quality instead of quantity, we will grow from long perspective. Okay, we can have some short-term wins in few months if we build, no matter what. But from long term, it will never work. And yeah, I had the same experience, for example, because I worked with some freelancers, like hiring some freelancers and working with them. And I also saw that they were like, no, like we can build like 40, 50 links per month for you. And then like we start collaborating and I really focus on quality, as I told you already, and was coming to them and like trying to explain or educate them, like, okay, but like checking the suggestions they were giving to us, and I was telling, oh look, but like we don't want this kind of links. We prefer that, and that's why I prefer even you build less links for us and we pay you
Mhm.
for this than just like building some random links or some random websites and just that you earn more money. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy that the company was giving bonuses on the number of links, but I'm actually not even surprised right now because there are prospects who come up to us and say that, hey, we've been investing in SEO and link building for the last 6 months, and we have pretty good number of backlinks. Now you don't need to do anything, you just need to, kind of move the needle. And then we go take a look at their backlinks, right? 48,000, 50,000 backlinks. And none of them are relevant, or let's say majority of them are not relevant. They are in absolutely random directories, especially in B2B, right? Wherein we've seen B2B products getting listed on fashion directories.
Hmm.
How is that helping, right? How is that helping? An article with an anchor text which is absolutely not even relevant to the company. We've seen that as well. And just because that backlink had a DA of, let's say, 70, we've had
Hmm.
companies tell us that no, but the DA is great, so it's a good backlink. Like, no, it is not. It's crazy. Good backlinks are not so easy to get. And if you have 50,000 in the last 6 months only, that itself is a red flag because then you must have
Yeah.
taken some hacks
Huge
for sure.
spike and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe one thing to add, I like to monitor competitors always for a
Mhm.
client. So like every month going through their portfolio and see what they built during the month.
Mhm.
And there was a one competitor which didn't do any link building for more than a year. I was like tracking them. And then
Mhm.
suddenly you start seeing the patterns that they are like building some links to some websites and they start to building only like to 1 or 2 pages, but building a lot. So like that give me also like impression that like, okay, they start like spending some money on link building, but probably the person who is like working for them, it's not very good link builder because for like 3 or 4 consecutive months, they were building only like for these 2 pages and like 15 or 20 links per month. And like this page didn't, it was product page. So like usually product pages did need a bit more links than because they are high competitive, like more keyword difficulty. But like this page didn't even needed like 60 or 70 links to get you on first position. Also, they were just like wasting and spending money on something what wasn't even worth it that much, or like not wasn't worth it, was worth it for sure, but they could diversify it between more pages.
Oh my God, common problems. And I'm glad that you bring it up because I was going to ask you, what are some of the link building approaches that are working the best for you today?
Today, as I said, like I've been through like different stages of link building. I could see like what worked maybe 5 years ago, work not now at the moment, or like I had different clients. I had even client in e-commerce before. So it's interesting to see how it's evolving. I think where I see the another biggest problem is also that people or like link builders and clients focus only on one thing, on one approach, and I don't think so that's good. Like you should always diversify your portfolio with links. It happened to me like so many times. I came to website and I wanted to exchange the links with them, classical exchange, one-on-one, a B, no anything like ABC, and they're like telling me, oh, but Google is gonna to penalize our website. I'm like, who told you this? Yeah, we read it on the internet. I was like, yes, if you do only this approach and you only do A/B exchanges and like 20, 30 exchanges every month for like 6 months, then they are gonna to penalize your website. But like if you do like three, four AB, three, four ABC, you do some guest posting, you do little bit of digital PR, you do listicle, you do like different approaches, then it's impossible for Google like to see that you do only like one approach and one strategy. So for me, it was always like, let's do more of them and build little bit of from this strategy, from that strategy, from that strategy. I think that from my experience, I see that work the best for each client I work for so far. But if I have to pick one at the moment, like I think we know what everybody's talking about, listicle in building, right? So I think everybody now wants to do listicle in building. It's funny because a lot of people start doing just like 2 or 3 months ago, and I see also bigger approach in different like Slack groups that even new Slack channels for like just listicle exchanges are becoming. But
Yeah.
if you are the person who always did like different things, there is nothing new for you at the moment. We did listicle.
Yeah.
I did with my clients listicle even before. I did little bit of digital PR. I did exchanges. I did guest posts. So like as I say, it's always about diversifying your portfolio. Now nothing would surprise you at the moment.
That's true. That's true. I think, everybody is following this one-sided approach, and there are like a lot of misconceptions around how one should be building their links. So
Yeah.
you see some of them open to only exchanges, some of them
Yeah.
open to only ABC exchanges, some of them are just endlessly writing listicles just so that they could enable link building. And it's like, trying to put all eggs in the same basket, and then very soon one core update and that basket is stolen. So it's like, like why are you not approaching it from a strategy standpoint? Everybody approaches it from a very deliverable standpoint. It's like, okay, we need to accomplish X number of backlinks using
Yeah.
X strategy that we saw somewhere. Now we're just going to copy it.
Yeah, yeah. Like funny thing about ABC exchanges is maybe happened to you as well, but like so many people coming to it, like we want to do ABC, but then like websites which they offer are like kind of repeating, and then sometimes it can even happen that okay, you do ABC with one person, but then like the person from the same website which was the C coming to you and like asking you to do ABC. So at the end you did AB only exchange,
Yeah.
but it was just like with different people. And that's like not
Yeah.
many people realize that this can also happen.
Yeah, I think that's also because of the number of what we call SEO executives, link builders. I'm sure you're seeing those profiles on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
right? When we were coordinating for joining this studio, I had opened my LinkedIn inbox. I got two messages. No context, right? No context, just one thing. Are you open to exchanging links? Like, no. And now I don't want to give you a link because primarily you did not give me any context, right?
Yeah.
It's like just bombarding people till the point they say, yes, we want to. So I think they must be sending what 100 odd messages a day,
Yeah.
getting probably five yeses because people don't understand link
Hmm.
building. And as you mentioned, it's not ABC, it's actually getting just stuck to AB. You're only
Hmm.
coordinating with five different people selling the same thing, and we are paying multiple times for the same
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
It's crazy, which brings me to my next question because I said paying, which is budgets, right? For most B2B companies that are just getting started, they don't have big budgets. Quality link building, whether it's PR, it's backlinks, it requires a certain degree of budgets. How can they realistically scale link building without resorting to these spammy tactics that we were talking about? What is a general approach that you recommend to them?
Yeah, so we know that digital PR is extremely expensive. So like not many companies can afford it. That's one of the most expensive strategies. What I would recommend is to get like really good link builder, like who is not afraid to get his or her hands dirty, to really like go above and beyond, try different approaches, try different strategies, because one thing could work, another could not, but like you never know if you don't try it. So like I think trying as many approaches as possible and like really getting the person who is not afraid to try different strategies, as we already talked, like even do some guest posting or do some just exchanges. What could help also in the beginning, once you, for example, for me personally, I've been in this environment for more than 5 years. I have a lot of partnership already built. So like even if I would get a client who doesn't have like high DR, because like now everybody's talking like, oh, like, but you don't have high DR, we don't want the link from your side or something like that. But like once you have like built these relationships, maybe I would follow up on what you say, that like so many people are sending you messages on LinkedIn without like building relationships. So I have already like a lot of relationships built with different link builders, and now it's super easy just to like come to them and say like, hey, look, I'm trying to help this and that client. Okay, they are not big brand at the moment, but like we are trying to do our best, and people are happy to help you, because if you help them before with no expectations, and then few months or like year you come back to them and look, now I need some help, would be possible. Our community of like really good link builders, we are really people who care about each other. We are like kind of like small community. Yeah, you have like a lot of BS link builders as well, but like ours, like small community of link builders, I think a lot of now of us already know about each other, and we are
Mhm.
trying to help. Once you help, others will help you as well. I believe in karma, so if you do good, good will come back to you in some points.
Juice, I hear that, link building is not just getting a link, giving a link, it's also relationship building because that's
Yeah,
exactly what marketing is, right? I mean, when we do a collab with somebody or when we are, even guest posting the traditional content marketing, we are not for link building. Even then, it's based on a lot of relationship building. But yeah, you're right. The ones that are like literally bombarding us with these DMs of, give us a link or take a link, it's more transactional. It's not even like lasting. I am pretty sure if I go out there and I ask somebody, where was it that you got the last link from? They would not know. They would not remember the person, they would not remember the company. And tomorrow, if they had to build the same link for a similar company, they would have to start from scratch because no relationship, no connection with people.
yeah. Maybe one example, like real example I had, as you said, like there a lot of people are using like these general emails or messages sending to you, and once, not only once, but like I remember one when I got like really standing out email. I was from a guy from Egypt, if I remember correctly, but his email like was really good. And I was like, okay, look, at the moment, I'm not able to do exchange with you, but I will keep you in my mind, and let's see what will happen in the future. But I really like his approach.
Mm.
And a few months later, I needed help with some project on one client, and I was like, okay, this guy was really good at cold outreach. Like his email stand out, so like I text him back, and he got a side project from me. So sometimes, it's even if it doesn't lead to get a backlink, it can lead to different collaborations or whatever. And that's what really like stood out with me. And I remember still, and I'm even in touch with these guys still because
So this is like for everybody who's listening to this episode, make an effort when you drop a message.
yeah,
Don't just
exactly.
don't just drop a message. It's not just randomly. Okay, I have some two questions that came to my mind from personal experiences over the last 2 odd days, right, with
Mhm.
clients. When we're building backlinks, right? A lot of companies force agencies or link builders to build backlinks only and only on their homepage. Do you think that's a good strategy, or do you think that it should be distributed like between the homepage, feature pages, and blogs? Because for most B2B companies, these are the three key hubs. The homepage, there's a lot of feature pages, and then of course there's a lot of blogs. So what would you recommend really here?
Well, I think it's important to have backlinks to your homepage. But then we are getting back what I say on the beginning. Link building is not only building links, it's also about strategy. So for example,
Mhm.
if you have some important product pages, you have some important articles, and their keyword difficulty is pretty high, then you will need the links. It's not enough. Like some people will tell you, no, but only like good content is enough, or we do technical optimization and that should help us. But like no. Like you write a content about something what is very high relevant. A lot of people writing about it. Without the keyword, without the backlinks, you will not get into top 5, and that's it. So like, yes, it's important to have the links to homepage. It's important to link to your product page and also to your article. So it depends on the strategy. It depends what's moving needle. For example, especially for B2B SaaS, it's important to see which pieces are bringing you leads and focus on these kind of pieces. So like if you see the pattern that you were ranking high with some articles or product pages and they
Mhm.
brought you many leads in the past, and now you drop in the positions, you analyze the SERP, you analyze the competitors, you see that maybe they build a bit more links, or like links are the same, but you drop in the position, then yes, content is important. You need to improve content because building more links will not help. But like if you see that your competitors build more links for these specific pages, they outrank you, then yes, you need to go and build the links to get back, like even leads start coming back to you. So yeah, I think it really depends. It's difficult to just put one statement on this question, but maybe I would have like contra question because on you, I try like different approaches with listicles, getting back what's trendy at the moment. And people tell you that you should build only like homepage links from the listicles, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
But what I also tried was building the links to specific product pages. So for example, let's say that you have one of your services also like white label product, and the listicle was about white label best white label tools. So would you build the links to homepage, or would you build to this specific white label product page you have on your website? What do you think?
I think every time that I say one thing is relevancy more, so I would build it to
Hmm.
the product page, because if the intent of that article or that listicle is white label, why would one link to the homepage, which is generic, right? So if you have like a product page which is specifically talking about white labeling, why not link to that? Because let's assume, that listicle results in a click to your website. Somebody came in expecting white label, and then they go to your homepage and they don't see that message there. Dropped. They leave. So you might as well lead them to the right page.
Yeah. I had this discussion already with few link builders, and that's why I was trying to also like to do this approach, because I keep hearing from many of them that no, we built only to homepage, and I'm like, I don't see the reason why. Like, why not to help and build also links to other product pages, or like even product pages mainly from the listicles, which could move the needle at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you for
Oh, yes. Okay. Now the question, which I think this entire year has been about AI. Now, AI is creeping into possibly every part of SEO. Where do you see AI helping in link building, prospecting, outreach, personalization? And where do you think that human expertise is still important?
I think it can help in every stage, like in prospecting, even without AI. We already had tools before. Like I used for a long time Bustream, and it was like you put the keyword and it automatically find you like all the resources where like this keywords was used, or like where you could build it. So even without AI, we already had kind of AI tools which was already helping with it. So like I think it can help in every stage. Prospecting for sure, to easier to find website, or like possibilities where to insert your links for target pages. With the outreach, I would say it can help you to build like stand out email template. If you are not very good in writing, which is like my case, I really don't
Yeah.
writing. So like always, when I needed to create an email, it took me maybe like one day just to create email. I like to execute. I don't have a problem like to do prospecting, I sending emails and all these things. But like when I need to write something, so like there where I see that AI can help a lot. If you are not really good in writing, can shape you and like create a really good template, but you need to know how to prompt it, of course. Like if you don't prompt it properly, then it might take you even a bit longer than writing by yourself. But where I really see that what is important from human part is to do like still continue to do this contextual insertion of the links, because I see so many times that link builders are coming to me and they say like, oh, we found this keyword, so we want to insert our links here because, but like when you read context, the whole context, it doesn't make even sense to insert their links there, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
So that's like very important to still keep in mind that, for example, some people was, we had listicle article, we were talking about specific tool and they wanted link to their product page for totally different tool. I was like, yes, like you have the same product, but like you are like totally like different brand and everything that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but like we
yeah,
found this keyword in your article. I'm like, yeah. So these like contextual links are still very important. We know for a long
yeah.
time that Google is not only looking for anchor text, it's looking for the whole paragraph, like text before, text after. So that was always like very important for me, like to do proper contextual backlinks.
No, I 100% agree. I think that human layer of verifying, is this backlink meant to be here or not, is absolutely important. I've seen emails come in from competing companies to one company, insert link. Why would they? Why would they? Right? I mean, it's their guide. It's their guide on email marketing. If it's ranking, it's converting for them. Why would they add a link to a competitor? I mean,
Yeah,
and I just feel that they have used AI to a point where they've not even taken a look at what their message looks like or who
yeah,
the competitor's website is. What does the competitor do? They just mark the email because they need to get the job done.
yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah,
Now, a tough question, right? Tough question because this is something that, even we have to explain multiple number of times to the people that we work with. How do you measure whether link building efforts are actually moving the needle for rankings and traffic versus just vanity metrics like, hey, we have 50,000 backlinks?
yeah. Well, I think it's always about the strategy. So, like, even if we worked with external freelancers in my previous job, it was always okay, let's set target pages for which we want to improve this quarter. But then we set the number of the links, and then
Mhm.
the always the target was equal to try to get us back on track. Like, that means to get us in top three positions for the main keyword of this article or this product page.
Mhm.
So that's how we were measuring. And then like, okay, through the quarter, we built the links. We had like, for example, to this page, we need 5, to this page 6, to this only 2, 3. But like this should help us to get to target positive, like to target top 3. And
Mhm.
at the end of the quarter, of course, like sometimes link building takes the time. So like if you build for some pages links on the beginning of the quarter, yes, it's much more see the progress by the end of the quarter. And then like if you build some links at the end of the quarter, it's much more difficult to see already the progress there. But still looking at it from, okay, we build that many links for that specific pages. Do we see if we are moving in the ranking or we are not moving in the ranking? And I think that's very important. Also, like it's very important. I will be speaking again about like B2B SaaS companies to see which pages are bringing leads to you. That's the most important. That's where your focus should be. So
Mhm.
not just like building links to random pages, as you say, like, okay, like here we built 50 links, but like 1, 2 links here, 1, 2 there. And okay, but at the end of the day, what happened? Like nothing, because there was no proper strategy at the beginning. So I think that's the most important, like to see if you are getting higher in the ranking, and then like to see if again like these pages are starting producing and bringing more leads.
Just one side question that I have from your answer right now. There are a lot of companies that apparently activate link building, like they do it for 2 months, and then after that, they stop all the efforts because they're like, hey, this is not leading to results. And then 4 months down the line, they kickstart that activity again. What is your comment on that?
Well, SEO link building is like, I think, never ending story, I would say. Like you need to do it consistently. Once you stop, you can immediately see the effect. And like it's not only because you stop doing it, but it's also all these like Google core updates, and even now from the beginning of the year, AI coming, so like new approaches. That's what I really like about SEO, is that like it's consistently evolving, and like it keeps you learning in new things. I'm the person who always like to learn new things, like reading new articles, listening podcasts, and all these things. So like for me, SEO is like amazing because you never stop. It's not like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I learned now everything. Yeah, I have 5+ year experience, and now like I don't need to learn SEO anymore. No, it's just like you still need to keep learning. So the same for this, like, yeah, you build a lot of links for 2 months, but like, again, you need to look at the strategy.
Mhm.
What's important for you? When I joined the client I had before 3 years ago, their main target was outrank with referring domains. They're one of their main competitors, and we managed to do that in we set the target for 1 year. It took us like 6 or 7 months. And we never went over quality, over quantity. Sorry, we were always like still focuses on quality as well. But yeah, they are like tooling builders. We were really good in like getting links. So you can look at it like, okay, now we outrank our competitor with referring domains. Now we could stop, but like no, they see like huge potential into it, like more leads coming from the pages we set. So they see the benefits out of it.
Mhm.
And that's why we even build like organic as the strongest source of building pipeline for them, which is pretty important, to be honest, because yeah, we know how PPCs works. Like they are good from short term, but like mostly you're just burning money. But like if you build
That's true.
strong baseline or like base for SEO and link building, you can benefit from it for long term. But like it's not like, okay, now I build. It's like building the house. You build the base, you build the walls, and then like, okay, I have already this. I don't need the roof or windows anymore. Like, yeah, you need
Yeah.
to finish the job and continue building. And even once you live already in the house, after 3-4 years, you want new kitchen, or you want new floor, like paint your walls or something. So like it's consistency.
Consistency, I think, over absolutely anything. Think one thing that I've noticed as a pattern across SaaS companies primarily, who are who have turned their organic into a pipeline generator, is always consistency. Consistent content marketing, consistent SEO improvements, consistent SEO as in everything, link building, on page, off page. They don't stop. They they just constantly keep, upping their strategy. So I feel that that consistency is definitely important. Okay, one last question for you, which is, what is the one tip that you would give to anyone who's just getting started with link building for B2B companies?
Good question. Good question. I would
I'm going
maybe
to quote
just
you on it.
Yeah, I would maybe just go back what we already talked about. Always prioritize quality over quantity. What we talk about, like so many people just like focus on what they see on LinkedIn or like different forums that like people are doing link building, but they just don't care about quality. And from long perspective, like I can see even from different companies that like once Google core update comes or AI comes, and they just don't want to adjust to like these changes. And like you can see that they're like slowly like dying or like going down. But as I just mentioned before, like once you build like really strong base, then you will prosper from it for a long time. Yes, you can do like short-term wins with whoever. You build like random links, you do random thing for SEO, and then yes, you win it in the short term. But like if you really want to build strong foundation, you want to be profitable for a long time, then like definitely don't think that much from the beginning. I know that it's
Mhm.
important because like it's bread and butter, like
Yeah.
you need money, you need leads. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, everybody wants to grow overnight and wants to become like 1 or 10 millions MRR, but like it's not that easy, as you say, like especially from the beginning. Just really focus on the quality, and like it starts pays off in some time. You just need to be patient.
I think just need to be patient being the key highlight of it because everybody is like, we got a link today, tomorrow we want the results. That's
Yeah,
really it does not happen that way. Well, Stan,
yeah,
that's all that I had for asking you today, but I will definitely have follow-up questions and maybe we can pick up another topic on another session one day.
yeah, definitely. That was fun. I really like it and enjoy it. And even anyone who is listening or watching this, if they have any questions or any doubts about link building or SEO in general, they can freely like contact me on LinkedIn, or I'm also active a little bit on X, Twitter.
I'll be sure to leave your LinkedIn profile definitely here. Stan is actually genuinely active on his LinkedIn inbox. Better management than me.